Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Allow me to beg your indulgence for one moment. This is the former intellectual savior of the masses, Damian Sandow.
I am WWE superstar Cedric Alexander, and I would like to tell you all that you are watching the hottest E-Fed in the world today.
HKW.
HKW Wrestling.
HKW Wrestling. Wait, did I say the world? I meant the universe, the galaxy, the multiverse, the fabric of time itself. Check it out.
Viva la raza.
And as always, you're welcome.
And never look down. If the road was rough, we might not have found it. The blood and some guts and thousands of hours. We operate now with nerves of steel. Keep a clean shot for that curve appeal. Swing chop when we work the field. Not gonna stop till we work a deal. Leave a lasting impression on who is the best, and it won't be a question. You will remember our name when you see it in lights. We are the champions. We are the champions. We will fight through the pain. We'll be legends tonight. We are the champions. We are the champions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Richard G. Mayer, and I am the one and only, the great Donald Cash, and we are here at Lincoln, Nebraska for HKW Friday Night Rampage. How are you doing tonight, Richard? I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? I'm doing wonderful because I'm get away from my Purell. That is mine. That is not for you to touch. On his way down to the ring, former member of the Brotherhood after last week's masterful performance by Scars Enterprises, my friend Michael Scars Minor whipping apart the Brotherhood. What? No, I mean, okay, yes, Michael James clearly distancing himself from the Brotherhood, but I don't know if it's fair to say that they tore apart the entire group. Richard, it's clear as day. You'll see it for yourself as soon as you stop being ignorant. Nevertheless, Michael James in the ring. He has a mic. Let's see what he has to say.
Every one of you could shut the hell up, because you can be sure that I wouldn't be in a trash town like Lincoln, Nebraska, unless I had something important to say. Last week, everything came to a head. Everything was clear as day. Outlaw is only out for himself.
Told you, Richard.
And it got me to thinking. It got me to realizing that in this business, everyone is only out for themselves. And it's about time that I get mine. So I am not waiting for digital revolution. I am challenging Michael Minor right here, right now. Meet me at HKW Wasteland. Put that title on the line and find out just why Michael James is the real man of HKW Rampage. Why I should have been the president of the Brotherhood all along. And as for tonight, well, if there is any stupid, lazy son of a bitch who wants to come out here and challenge me, open challenge to every one of you morons. Come and find out who the next world champion is. And Minor, you better be paying attention.
Wow. Quite the announcement being made by Michael James there. Michael James, clearly a moron himself, biting off more than he can chew. I don't know what he's thinking. Challenging Michael Scars Minor. Michael Minor is a superior athlete to everyone here, including this guy. Well, it looks like Daniel Roberts going to answer the open challenge there by Michael James. This makes me sick, Richard. I was so excited to start HKW Friday Night Rampage, and now I'm forced to watch Daniel Roberts come down to the ring. Daniel Roberts is an amazing competitor, and I'm personally looking forward to Daniel Roberts this Sunday in the HKW Wasteland Tournament. All the action starts at 8 p.m. Eastern this coming Sunday. We got, there's 10 names left to get eliminated down to one. Of course, we're going to have one of those matchups right here tonight. Richard, you're rambling. No one wants to listen to you. Meanwhile, Daniel Roberts is in the ring, coming out here, just looking for an ass kicking from Michael James. You can tell Michael James is not in a good mood here tonight. I mean, I just don't understand what Michael James's issue is really. Michael James was deprived of every opportunity here in HKW, all because of the Brotherhood, because of the Outlaw. He came here to try and help them, Richard. And what did they do? They turned around and they squandered Mike James's help. And now Michael James, at least he has grown enough intelligence to try and go out and seize the world by its tail. Very Donald Cash of him. Unfortunately for him, it's all going to come to a crashing halt when he meets up with Michael Scars Minor. Daniel Roberts now Irish whip sending Mike James across the ring. Daniel Roberts, multiple strikes to James in the corner. 619. Striking James hard across the face. Roberts springboard off the top rope. European uppercut. And now looking for a cover. 1, 2, and kick out by Mike James. Daniel Roberts does not have what it takes to beat Mike James here tonight, Richard. Former champion.
Mike James is reborn after seeing the light that Michael Scars Minor shone into his eyes.
And that's why he wants to beat the crap out of Michael Scars Minor coming up this Sunday.
He wants to beat the crap out of Michael Scars Minor. No, he wants to become the World Heavyweight Champion, Richard. Just like every man in the HKW and subsequently the TWE should want.
You know what? That's an excellent point.
I know.
You know, every time that you make a good point and I try to give you a compliment, you say something stupid like that.
No, Richard, you say something stupid. I'm not going to sit here and let you insult me while I'm watching Michael James tear Daniel Roberts limb from limb, multiple kicks into the empty head of Daniel Roberts, and now a cover 1, 2, and a kick out.
It's a good kick out there by Daniel Roberts, making his way back up to his feet, and right hand caught by Mike James. Here comes Roberts. Irish whip sending Mike James across the ring. So let me ask you something. Mike James, all right, if he's going to go up against Michael Scars Minor this weekend, then what do you think that Mike James needs to do to take the title off of Minor?
There's nothing he can do, Richard. It's a fool's errand. I think Mike James, deep down in his black heart, knows that. I mean, both of these guys, you can say they're very talented all you want. Look at that flippy dippy maneuver there.
by Daniel Roberts, okay? That would be impressive with most people. But when you're up against an athlete the quality and the caliber of Michael Scars Minor, that's second to none, Richard. Roberts, headlock. Mike James gonna switch around behind now. Multiple strikes by James. Big kick and a pair of knees right across the face of Daniel Roberts. It was a brilliant move by Mike James. I applaud really any time that I get to see Daniel Roberts possibly get a concussion. That is terrible. Oh! There it is, Richard. It is all over. The ripcord knee strike. 2, 3. No! How, Richard? How did Daniel Roberts kick out of that? Daniel Roberts is an amazing competitor inside the ring. A former world heavyweight champion and a lot of people's pick this Sunday to win the King of the Wasteland Tournament. Richard, now you're just talking crazy. We all know that this Sunday there is only one man who has any chance of winning the King of the Wasteland Tournament, and that is King Dominator. Obviously, Richard, his name already has... Oh my God, Richard! What a Richard fly by Daniel Roberts! Richard, get in there and see if Mike James is still alive. That Spanish fly was amazing. Yeah. Oh! I don't know how Daniel Roberts pulled off that maneuver. I don't know how Mike James kicked out. I mean, that was incredible. Now Roberts, like a cat, up to the top. Whoa! And crashing down on top of Mike James is Daniel Roberts. Phoenix landing, not able to pull off the 3 count there on Mike James, bringing him back to his feet. Oh! And across the back goes James, another cover by Daniel Roberts, and another long 2 count. Mike James able to get the shoulder up just prior to 3. And now look at this, Mike James tossing Roberts across the ring, drop kick, a second one, hooking the arm, neck breaker. Nice combination put together by the former Brotherhood member. I'm sure it feels just as good for him to say that as it does for me. Mike James laying out Daniel Roberts. Here we go. This is it, Richard. 1, 2. Oh boy, Richard, that was close. This referee doesn't know how to do his job. Oh, come on now. This referee's doing a fantastic job in there. No, Richard. I mean, how honestly can this referee be expected to count a pinfall? Oh my, wait, what is? Get him, Michael! What is? Richard, did you see that textbook play by Michael Scars Minor laying out Mike James? Nice job. Oh, come on. Oh, Richard, James this is what a true world champion looks like, escorting Mike James back inside the ring. Escorting just nailed him with the championship. And you know what? If Minor says that he wants Daniel Roberts to win this matchup, then you know what? I'm right behind him. Go, Daniel Roberts. You've got this. Oh no, I've been behind Angel in the sky! I back the play of the champ, Richard. 1, 2, 3. Great job, Daniel Roberts, putting away that loser, Mike James. You were backing him until like 30 seconds ago when Michael Scars Minor came out here and nailed Mike James with the championship belt. And you know what? Good luck, Mike James. I hope you do. I hope you crack the skull of Michael Scars Minor coming up this Sunday at HKW Wasteland. Richard, how can you say such an ugly thing like that about a great man like Michael Scars Minor. Mike James never deserved to win this match. How dare he come out here and challenge a great champion like Minor. I was always behind Daniel Roberts. I mean, he's a former Cash Corporation member, Richard.
You down on Daniel Roberts every time he's in the ring.
It's not true, Richard. That's just simply not true. You need to check your facts. Fake news. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back here in just a moment with more HKW Wrestling. Again, congratulations, Daniel Roberts.
You are so full of crap. We'll be back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are getting ready for a little TWE versus HKW action.
That's right, Richard. Christopher Chaos getting ready to do battle with Devastation here tonight. Well, and there he is! Richard, there's Christopher Chaos. I see him. Oh!
Hard blow there by Christopher Chaos, taking down Devastation, double axe handle right between the shoulder blades, tossing him inside the ring. And this one is officially underway. The war between TWE and HKW heating up, and the eFed Elite and DOA ready to go at it coming up this Sunday at HKW Wasteland.
No, Richard, not just the eFed Elite. Don't forget the eFed Elite calling in a ringer. They said, hey, we need a former Cash Corp guy. We need to get Cameron Logan Lionhunter. And it doesn't exactly sound like the eFed Elite and Cameron are on the same page, Richard.
You know what? I thought that myself, listening to Cameron's comments at the beginning of Wednesday Night Prestige this last week. But look at how well him and Evan Jones worked as a team on Prestige this past Wednesday. They looked perfectly in sync.
You're wrong again, Richard, as usual. Look, I will agree with you to the extent that they were a little more on point than say a typical eFed Elite match, which really isn't saying much. But the truth is that DOA was just caught by surprise last Wednesday. The eFed Elite setting up HKW for more embarrassment coming up this Sunday at HKW Wasteland.
Christopher Chaos sure looking dominant here tonight, stomping away at Devastation is the TWE champion, looking for a choke slam.
Wow.
Big reversal there by Devastation.
You can't be surprised, Richard. This is exactly what DOA and TWE have been doing to the eFed Elite and subsequently most of the HKW outside of Scars Enterprises ever since they started showing their ugly faces around here. Okay? And I think Richard, what you should be a little bit more concerned about is just who is that mystery opponent for Aaron Bronson later on tonight in the King of the Wasteland tournament.
That is a very good question. We have absolutely no idea who TWE is putting in as a replacement for Zelzbar, who, as we found out this past Wednesday, is now on a yacht trip around the southern tip of South America.
You know, it's absolutely insane, Richard, because he's still managing to make life for not just me, but several entrepreneurial businessmen miserable, all from that stupid boat of his. Do you know how much more his stupid $1 million clown production company is worth now ever since aligning itself with Friday Night Rampage?
Oh yeah? What do you mean?
Millions more, Richard. Millions more. He has
Millions.
so much money, it's ridiculous. Okay, wait. Exactly how much are we talking here? Richard, listen, I don't like to talk about numbers all the time, but
You love talking about numbers. That's all you talk about.
he's worth more than me now, Richard. Oh my, what? Yes, it's true. I'm not happy about it.
Whoa!
He now owns 44% of Cash Corp.
Wait, I don't know what's more incredible, that dive off the top rope by Christopher Chaos to Devastation, or hearing that Zelzbar has obtained 44%. How is that even possible?
Stocks, Richard. It's all about the stock market. The stock market not doing well right now. This whole virus scare. I mean, it's got everybody up in arms, Richard. And subsequently, this clown swooping in and buying up stock in all sorts of companies, Richard. I mean, he may not just be the richest clown in the HKW soon. He may just be the richest clown in the world. He might already be.
You know what? Don't worry, Mr. Cash. I promise you will always be the biggest clown in the world to me.
I hate you, Richard.
Come on. Up top.
Don't touch me, Richard. Your 50 hands not going to be a part of it. Pay attention to the match. Do your job.
Christopher Chaos, side headlock. Devastation working his way up with a side headlock again. First face lock applied by Chris Chaos. Reversal on the wrist lock by Devastation. Christopher Chaos floating underneath. And looking for a drop kick. Devastation pushing Chaos's feet out of the way. Answering back with a big right hand. Much to the delight of these Lincoln, Nebraska fans. How was that, Mr. Chaos?
That was pretty good. Try and go a little bit faster next time. I was following along too easy. You almost put me to sleep.
Devastation dropping down Chris Chaos hard across his shoulder. Brings Chaos back to his feet. And a clothesline. No, two. To the face of Christopher Chaos. Finally a drop kick. Putting the former HKW champion down. Oh!
Oh my gosh!
The double underhook, choke slam, and Chaos able to kick out at two.
I really thought that was it, Richard. I thought this match was over. Devastation. I wouldn't be surprised if Devastation wins this thing. And now look at Devastation using the advantage of the face paint in the eyes of the referee, hooking his legs across that top rope for extra leverage, almost getting the pin. Smart move by Devastation. And Richard, that's something that Christopher Chaos will never have on Devastation.
What's that?
Intelligence.
Chaos answering back now. Right hands into the face of the Devastation. Front face lock. Bring Devastation back to his feet. And a clubbing right blow into the jaw of TWE's Devastation.
Richard, you never answered my question. Who is it that's facing off against Aaron Bronson tonight in the King of the Wasteland tournament? You're supposed to be the man who knows everything that's going on backstage, but once again coming to us empty-handed, just coming up short, just a loser. Richard, that's all you are. I see now why you're such a big fan of Christopher Chaos and the E-Fed Elite.
Right. Well, Christopher Chaos of the E-Fed Elite. Big right hands into the face of Devastation. Hoisting Devastation. He's got him positioned. And this could do it. Elite ending. Elite ending for Devastation. Chaos up in the leg. 1, 2. That's gonna do it. Christopher Chaos picking up the W here tonight on HKW Friday Night Rampage.
Enough, Richard. That's enough. Okay, honestly, all I hear from you all the time is E-Fed Elite this and E-Fed Elite that. I mean, nobody cares about Chris Chaos. Why don't you tell all the people just how amazing Devastation was in this match? Coming in against all odds, being attacked from behind, and he almost put away the TWE World Heavyweight Champion. Devastation, clearly a superior athlete to Christopher Chaos in each and every way. Shut up, picture, I'm talking. Christopher Chaos is a loser.
Well, for a loser, he sure just got the 3 count. And according to the referee, he is your winner here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Chaos.
It doesn't matter, Richard. It doesn't matter. Chaos isn't going to be able to make a difference this Sunday at HKW Wasteland. None of them are. They haven't been able to make a dent in TWE's armor as of yet. And what makes you think that this Sunday is going to be any different?
Honestly, how can you even say that? I mean, Christopher Chaos is the TWE World Heavyweight Champion. Wait, that's Blake Buchanan! Blake Buchanan attacking Christopher Chaos from behind. Irish whip, sending him into Devastation. Chaos turning things around. He's got Devastation again.
Are you happy now, Richard?
Devastation is up.
Are you happy? This is exactly what is
ending to Devastation from Christopher Chaos.
I'm trying to talk here, Richard. It's exactly what a TWE supporter like you would be happy about to see. Blake Buchanan out here attacking the HKW. But this is, as you would say, part of the game.
No, this isn't what's part of the game. This isn't right. This is a brazen attack by Blake Buchanan. Oh!
That was nasty.
Buchanan with a spear to Christopher Chaos through the barricade.
You know what? Christopher Chaos had this coming. He shouldn't be surprised. After all, he stole the TWE World Heavyweight Championship. He's insulted Blake Buchanan, calling him very nasty names, Richard. And Blake Buchanan now just doing exactly what he feels is right. And I can't say that I disagree with Blake Buchanan's choices here, Richard.
Well, Devastation now grabbing a hold of Christopher Chaos. No, Chaos! Reversal shot to Devastation. Devastation off the ropes and a clothesline taking out Chaos.
Christopher Chaos had this coming, Richard. The entire E-Fed Elite had this coming.
How?
And just for aligning himself with the E-Fed Elite, quite frankly, Cameron Logan Lionhunter has this coming. I wish HKW the best of luck Sunday, but DOA, I think we all know, is going to walk away with the win.
I don't think so, but we'll be right back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are getting set for Fatal 4-Way action. And I hope you're ready, Mr. Cash, because things are about to get awesome! Richard, I already told you last week I am not a fan of Mr. Awesome. I'm not a fan of people who don't listen to me. I was enjoying his performance and then all of a sudden he decided to tag out before the cash had had his fill. Okay, I'm not going to be able to support this bald, bearded buffoon at any point in this matchup, nor am I going to be able to support him coming up this Sunday in the HKW King of the Wasteland Tournament. Oh yeah, and with the role that Mr. Awesome has been on, there's a lot of people who have been talking about Mr. Awesome and the possibility of him walking away, winning it all. What a way to start off here in the HKW that would be for Mr. Awesome. Yeah, that would be incredible. There's only a couple of problems with that. First of all, King Dominator, we all know, is going to win the whole thing. And on top of that, Richard, I don't think that Mr. Awesome has a very good amount of judgment. You know what I mean? No, I really don't know what you mean by that. What are you talking about? This is a guy who's been running around giving big thumbs up and signing autographs at all over the place with Xander Shaw, Richard. And somehow he still hasn't realized that that same man that gives all the grins and thumbs up is that man right there, the HKW Internet Champion, the most twisted and disturbed mind in all of professional wrestling, Despair. You know, I don't like to agree with you on much. Yeah, no kidding. But I will agree with you that this Despair is certainly one of the more deranged things that we've seen in any sport. I mean, clearly Xander Shaw and Despair think of themselves as separate entities, but somehow still occupying the same body. Richard, I don't know if it's psychosis, I don't know if it's witchcraft, and quite frankly, I don't care. All I know is this man deserves to be put away for a very, very long time. Kind of hard to disagree with that, but he is the HKW Internet Champion. And quite frankly, what I'm more interested to know is what Despair thinks about that attack from Dragon Queen this past Wednesday on HKW Wednesday Night Prestige. Big DDT laying out Xander Shaw. No, not just laying out, knocking out Xander Shaw and allowing the Despair inside of Shaw to be released once again upon the HKW Nation, Richard. He's a blight on all of us. Oh, he certainly might be a blight on Mr. Awesome, Roc Leone, and Justin Armstrong here tonight in this fatal 4-way contest. He looks creepy. He's disheveled, and I just don't like him, Richard. What? Tell him to go away.
What's going on?
Tell Despair to go away. No. We need to get a camera backstage right now. We have a situation. Justin Armstrong attacking Roc Leone backstage. Ooh. What has gotten into Justin Armstrong? Smarts, Richard. Intelligence has gotten into Justin Armstrong. He is doing exactly what he needs to do. Putting Roc Leone through the table. We might need help for Roc. Justin Armstrong is... this is a smart move. He's eliminating the competition. He knows how tough of a competitor Roc Leone is. And now... taking out the trash, Richard.
Oh, come on.
Taking out the trash. Roc Leone, far from trash. A former United States champion, former internet champion. And now Justin Armstrong just gonna stroll out here as if nothing happened, as if he didn't just lay out Roc Leone backstage. Richard, I don't think that Roc Leone is going to be coming out to be a part of this matchup, and that is exactly what the natural born killer was planning. Yeah, it seems like a pretty familiar plan. Same thing he did to Aaron O'Connor a couple weeks ago, putting Aaron O'Connor on the shelf. This kid has no honor. Yeah, first of all, I applaud Justin Armstrong for putting Aaron O'Connor on the shelf and out of commission. I think that the last couple of weeks of Prestige without Aaron O'Connor's influence have been the best weeks of Prestige that we've ever had. You know, this kid he's a second generation superstar. The son of Ricky Armstrong, former HKW champion, and a guy who's going into our Hall of Fame coming up at Digital Revolution. And every time that he gets inside that ring, he insults the legacy that his father cultivated over a 20-year career. Richard, that's exactly the problem, is you're trying to lump Justin Armstrong in with, quite frankly, his less talented father. Justin Armstrong is a rocket shooting to the moon. He has been amazing here in the HKW ever since making his debut, and there is a reason why this young man is going to shoot to the top, only to be stopped by King Dominator. I'm saying right now, Justin Armstrong, second place in the King of the Wasteland Tournament, Richard. Second place. So I guess you're assuming that Mr. Awesome is going to get first place then, right? No, of course not. I know that King Dominator is going to win. That's just a given at this point. I think J-Max was forced out of the tournament, so all that leaves is King Dominator. It's simple math, Richard. Justin Armstrong with backbreaker to Despair, and a pinfall attempt, only getting a 1 count, as this masked marauder Despair hoisting up Justin Armstrong, dropping him throat first across the top rope. Is that your lame attempt at a new nickname, Richard? I think you need to let me stick to the nicknames. Alright, Despair, the Macabre Menace, going up against Mr. Not So Awesome. Irish whip by Not So Awesome, and Despair taking a clothesline, rolling to the outside, only to get confronted by Justin Armstrong, the second generation that is truly the first. What? Okay, a little interesting. Awesome shot to the midsection on Justin Armstrong. Kick to the gut, but Despair sweeping up from behind, lifting Awesome up, and a Blue Thunder bomb, putting down the bearded, bald, and awesome Kyle Ferguson. Wait, you're saying he does have a real name? Yes, he has a real name. So I'm proud of you, Richard. For once, you showed up here to Friday Night Rampage, doing a little investigative journalism, doing your job. I know it takes a lot out of you, so I applaud you. I would shake your hand, but let's face it, you're filthy. Thanks. 2 count there for Despair, as Justin Armstrong kicking out. Despair staying on the offense, hooking the arms, and here comes Mr. Awesome, flying out of nowhere into the face of Despair, gonna hoist the what'd you call him, the Macabre Menace, up onto the top rope, and now bring him down with a side slam. Nice move by Mr. Awesome and immediately cut off by Justin Armstrong. Richard, let's face it. Oh, Despair and Armstrong. Oh, wow, that was a nice power bomb. Right? Huge power bomb from Mr. Awesome to Justin Armstrong. And now Armstrong getting whipped over the top rope courtesy of Armstrong as Despair makes his way back to his feet. Shot to the back on Armstrong. Snapmare takeover by Despair. Armstrong back up to his feet. And now an armbar applied to Despair. Richard, do you see what's happening here? Do you see the brilliance on display by Justin Armstrong, allowing Mr. Awesome and Despair to beat the crap out of each other, to do whatever they want to each other? And now as soon as Mr. Awesome turns his attention to Armstrong heading back into the ring. Oh! Well, I don't think that's what Armstrong had planned there. Mr. Awesome slamming him shoulder first into the ring post. And now a back suplex to the natural born killer. Justin Armstrong into the corner. Goes Despair. Oh, this isn't looking good for Armstrong. German suplex by Despair. Taking down Mr. Awesome. This could be Despair's moment. Despair's gonna have to come up with something big if he hopes to put down Mr. Awesome. And now look at this. This is the intelligence of the second generation superstar. The number one Armstrong, the better Armstrong, the superior Armstrong. No disqualifications in this matchup. 100% legal, Richard. Just 100% legal. Just because it's legal doesn't make it right. Now Mr. Awesome turning his attentions back to Despair after disarming Justin Armstrong. But I don't think Despair is done with Armstrong just yet. Hoisting his feet up on the top rope and dropping him face first with Facebuster. Oh, but look at this. Justin Armstrong making the comeback, kicking back to his feet, and now taking it to Despair. Richard, someday you are going to learn to listen to me. You're going to realize that I know what I'm talking about. Super kick now, and what the hell is this? You always talk about, being smart in the ring. That was a smart move on the part of Mr. Awesome, trying to get the pinfall there on Despair after that super kick from Justin Armstrong. But I don't think he counted on Armstrong being right there to try and take advantage. And now Armstrong with the sharpshooter on Mr. Armstrong. It's Despair breaking things up. This is just rude on the part of Despair. I mean, there we go. Look at that. Look at that counter by Justin Armstrong. The first generation of greatness in the Armstrong family, Richard. Oh, come on. Stalking his prey. Oh! Caught by Despair! This can't be! Oh, and Despair slamming down Justin Armstrong, catching him mid-air. And now turning his focus back to Mr. Awesome. Cover. And a long 2 count on Mr. Awesome, who is able to save himself there, but Shining Wizard into the face of Awesome. How can you applaud any of this, Richard? Justin Armstrong clearly should have already been declared the victor. And here you are, you're cheering on your bald buffoons and your masked morons, Richard. Oh! Big boot to the face of Justin Armstrong, courtesy of Mr. Awesome, turning his attention now to the HKW Internet Champion Despair. Despair with a reversal. tosses Armstrong into the corner, but Armstrong with Despair up and a powerbomb to Despair. That awesome bomb to Despair. But he's still got Justin Armstrong to deal with. You know, it's more than just deal with, Richard. The fact is that Justin Armstrong is the future of this business. He's the first generation of truly great Armstrongs. I heard his dad used to be a professional wrestler at one time, but never managed to accomplish anything of any significance, already in the shadow of his son, Justin Armstrong. Another huge power bomb there from Mr. Awesome. Despair hoisting Awesome up. Awesome! A knee into the head of Despair, and Despair set hurtling over the top rope. Awesome sees his opportunity as a cover. 1, 2. No. He got him! Mr. Awesome got him! No, Richard. This isn't fair to Justin Armstrong. Tonight was supposed to be Justin Armstrong's coming out party, coronation of greatness, and of course that balded buffoon Mr. Awesome would ruin everything. I'm disgusted, I tell you, by Mr. Awesome. That's absolutely enough. Mr. Awesome putting on a phenomenal match. As a matter of fact, all three of these guys did, and we will get you an update on the health condition of Roc Leone as soon as we have an update. Until then, stay tuned for more great HKW Friday night Rampage action. Congratulations again to Mr. Awesome. And coming up next, tag team action. Scars Enterprise is taking on Rush and Riggins. Yes, for Scars Enterprise, stay tuned.
I've seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness even when I see bad. I've seen some souls be friendly. I've seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness even when I see bad.
Well, there you see the Outlaw, and that's Adam Duke. Looks like Outlaw's trying to smooth things over with the Brotherhood. Nope, not going to work, Richard. It's like I told you. There are deep-seated problems that have worked their way into the Brotherhood, and that is all because of the mind games of the one true World Heavyweight Champion, Michael Scars Minor. He tore apart the Brotherhood in one night, and tonight, if Rush and Riggins aren't careful, the tag team champions will get ripped apart both mentally and physically by Scars Enterprises. I think it's going to take a lot more than a couple little mind games to pry apart JD Rush and John Riggins. These two have become quite the incredible tag team, capturing the HKW tag team titles, already putting those titles on the line against some of the best teams that the HKW has to offer. But here tonight, they're going to have a whole new level of test because they have to go up against the HKW social media champion and the World Heavyweight Champion, King Dominator, and Michael Scars Minor. Richard, if JD Rush and John Riggins knew what was good for them, they would take their butts and run all the way to the back, jump in an Uber, and drive away, far away from Lincoln, Nebraska here tonight. This isn't going to go well for John Riggins or JD Rush, all because those men in there
are Scars Enterprises. They are the future of professional wrestling, Richard.
Well, Michael Scars Minor certainly looking impressive in the opening moments of this contest. Shot to the midsection there on Riggins, dropping him down, but now John Riggins reversing the Irish whip and a boot into the face of Michael Scars Minor.
Are we sure that those aren't steel-tipped boots, Richard? I mean, let's face it, Michael Scars Minor, normally he wouldn't be put off by a little kick from a little weakling like John Riggins. Already, Riggins is able to go for a cover here on Michael Scars Minor. I think that he must be cheating, Richard. I need to do an investigation into these boots, these illegal boots of John Riggins.
You are beyond ridiculous. John Riggins has been working in the professional wrestling industry for years. He knows his way around a squared circle. He's held countless championships, and he's the current HKW Tag Team Champion. He didn't just get there overnight. He knows what he's doing, and he can dish out a kick, a punch, a slam just as good as anyone. That includes Michael Scars Minor.
Yes, but not a double team maneuver from Scars Enterprises, Richard. Nobody in the business does it better. Nice job. Nice job, Dom. Nice job, Michael. You guys, beers are on me after the show.
Oh yeah, you gonna go get the guys a couple of Coronas?
No, Richard, I don't appreciate your joking. As you should know by now, all we drink is microbrews.
Of course. John Riggins sweeping around behind on King Dominator, and a diving clothesline to the back of the HKW social media champion, giving Riggins the opportunity to bring in his tag team partner, JD Rush. He's going to open things up with a brainbuster to King Dominator.
JD Rush hitting King Dominator with the brainbuster. That's ridiculous, Richard. He's putting the lives of all of the King's countless citizens in jeopardy. They need their king at top mental faculties, Richard.
You know he's not like actually a king, right? Like he doesn't have.
Yes, he is.
His own kingdom, his own nation.
Yeah, absolutely, he does. It's called the HKW Nation. This is his world now, Richard. No longer yours, and you better start to learn to like living in it.
King Dominator looking for the shot on JD Rush. Cut off and a double underhook. Leaping DDT. Putting down King Dominator.
I'm pretty sure he stole that move from J-Max, Richard.
Rush with the cover and kick out by King Dominator.
Richard, why do you sound so surprised? Of course King Dominator kicked out. He's a superior athlete. That is what makes him Scars Enterprises material.
JD Rush with the backdrop to King Dominator, bringing Dom back to his feet. Minor calling out to King Dominator, begging for the tag here. And up to the top goes JD Rush. Oh, looking for the frog splash.
Brilliant move, Dom.
King Dominator getting the knees up.
That was an amazing move by King Dominator. Seeing someone like JD Rush leaping off the top rope, falling down towards you like a meteor hurling from the sky towards the earth, and to have the forethought to pull the knees up, take out JD Rush. This is why King Dominator is such an amazing social media champion, Richard.
Well, JD Rush and John Riggins have made quite the tag team ever since coming here to the HKW. Michael Scars Minor going to tag himself in and is elevated over the top rope, courtesy of JD Rush. On the outside, J-Max looking on Referee warning J-Max not to get involved in this contest.
Richard, J-Max doesn't need to get involved in this contest, okay? J-Max already an amazing Chaos champion. Scars Enterprises 100% in complete control. Look at this, Michael Scars Minor off the top. Oh, wow! Richard, have you ever seen a more amazing top rope maneuver performed? No, you have not.
Forget it. Michael Scars Minor climbing his way back into the ring, looking to drop the elbow onto JD Rush. Rush rolling out of the way. Now Rush tossing the World Heavyweight Champion back inside the ring, coming from behind, lifts him up and dropping him down with the shin buster.
Richard, how much do you think Michael James paid JD Rush and John Riggins to put a little extra hurt on Michael Scars Minor tonight? This isn't right to Michael Scars Minor.
You sound a little bit worried there about your golden boy. Meanwhile, JD Rush has Minor up on the top rope. Spanish fly!
Hey, but Michael, get up!
Huge Spanish fly taking down Michael Scars Minor. As Donald Cash sitting next to me, jaw on the floor.
Shut up, Richard. If you talk about me like that again, I will sue you for what little money you are worth. And now, Michael Scars Minor tagging in King Dominator. Dominator's gonna get this whole thing back on track. The Scars Enterprises, don't worry about it, Richard.
I'm really not. Dominator hoisting up Riggins, flipping him down with a Dominator and almost picking up the 3 count right there. Incredible move by King Dominator. Follows up with a super kick, laying out Riggins once again, another cover 1, and again Riggins kicking out early.
Alright, now, Michael Scars Minor back up on the apron. He runs the ring like a general. He's going to give Dom the advice that Dom needs to... There, look at that. That's what a leader really does there, Richard. Dominator in a precarious position, and who was right there to back him up? Michael Scars Minor. You don't see that kind of teamwork out of JD Rush and John Riggins.
Yeah, of course you do. That's the exact kind of teamwork that has led JD Rush and John Riggins to being the HKW Tag Team Champions. Riggins taking the legs out from underneath King Dominator, dropping him onto the ring apron. Dom recovering now.
Of course, Dom recovers. He's Richard. King Dominator is like the Wolverine from the X-Men, okay? He might get beaten up a little bit, he might get roughed up a little bit, but he has a healing factor like no other, and he's a fighter, he's tenacious, he's aggressive, he is everything that you want in a sports entertainer, in a professional wrestler, and that is why he is such a welcome addition to Scars Enterprises, Richard.
Dominator off the top rope, looking for the elbow, not able to connect as Riggins rolling out of the way. Now Riggins tossing Dom into the corner. JD Rush giving him just a little bit of space. Oh no.
You can't just leave him there.
Oh, this doesn't look good for King Dom.
What is Riggins thinking? Going up to the top rope. You can't do... John, don't do this. John, no! Oh my God!
Wow!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
From one side of the ring all the way to the other. John Riggins with a huge drop kick into the face of King Dominator. Michael Scars Minor coming into the ring to occupy the time of the tag team champion, but King Dominator taking a heavy blow there from John Riggins.
Yeah, Richard, a very heavy blow, unnecessary roughness. I say this referee should disqualify Riggins and Rush right now for that overly hostile maneuver to another competitor.
Well, that was pretty incredible maneuver right there.
You're damn right it's awesome because King Dominator is awesome. You can hear them, Richard. King Dominator drop kick into the face of John Riggins. Riggins just got what he deserved.
King Dominator all over John Riggins on the outside. No, Riggins creating the separation. Getting away from Michael Scars. Minor looking for a shot to the midsection. Dominator recovering belly-to-belly suplex.
King Dominator has this in the bag, Richard. It's all over. JD Rush and John Riggins never should have shown up here tonight.
Tag into JD Rush. Here comes JD Rush.
Oh,
grabbing a hold. Oh, look at that.
He stole that DDT. He stole that.
To King Dominator.
There we go. Good job, Michael Miner. Breaking up the pinfall. That's what a real leader does, Richard. That's what a true champion does. A true partner. Michael Scars Miner exemplifies what a true superstar and a true man in the HKW looks like, Richard. You can learn a lot from him.
King Dominator now going to bring JD Rush back to his feet. Shot to the gut. Arms are hooked and dropping Rush face first. Is King Dominator opting not to go for the pin here instead?
He knows what he's doing, Richard. He knows what he's
taking
doing.
Point in the corner. Rush back to his feet.
Oh! Extra point is good. Right between the goalposts. 2, 3. That is it, Richard. You should have believed me. You never believed me. I told you, but it is true. Your winners tonight, the new tag team champions.
They're not. They're not the tag team.
What the hell do you mean?
I mean, this was a non-title match. So yes, I will grant you that Scars Enterprises are going to walk away with the victory. But still, your HKW tag team champions, JD Rush and John Riggins.
No, Richard, that's stupid, okay? And I disagree with it, and I think that everyone sitting back in the back from HKW management should take a good look at exactly who is standing tall and proud inside the ring. The Chaos Champion, the social media champion, the World Heavyweight Champion, and by God, the men who should be tag team champions, Scars Enterprises. We'll be right back with our main event.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and it is main event time. This contest the final first round matchup in the King of the Wasteland Tournament. And on his way out to the ring, former HKW champion, multiple time tag team champion, Aaron Bronson. Enough, Richard, enough. We all know how much you love the Fed Elite very clearly, but let's face it, Aaron Bronson is at a definite disadvantage here tonight because here tonight he doesn't know who he is supposed to be going up against. Zelzabar was originally supposed to be his opponent, and now Aaron Bronson is going to be facing a mystery opponent here tonight on Rampage in this King of the Wasteland tournament. You know, all the odds are definitely stacked up against Aaron Bronson here tonight, but Aaron Bronson's had the odds stacked up against him before, and that's never slowed him down. Richard. What? I know. What? It's Dragon Queen, Richard. It's Dragon Queen. She is here, and clearly she has been named as TWE's choice to replace Zelzabar in this King, or potentially now Queen of the Wasteland Tournament. This is unprecedented, Richard. Yes? I'm being told that this is officially a King of the Wasteland match. We are going to go through with this. And a low blow by Dragon Queen, calling for this cage to be lowered around the ring. What the hell is this all about? This is absolute insanity, Richard. But clearly, this Dragon Queen has the backing of the man who is now running this insane asylum of a show. And of course, I'm talking about the $1 Million Clown, Zelzabar. Zelzabar's not even here tonight. I mean, he's on a boat somewhere sailing around South America. Richard, when you have money, it doesn't matter where in the world you are. You still have influence. And that is exactly what the $1 Million Clown is showing here tonight. Not only forcing Aaron Bronson to face off against a mystery opponent tonight in Dragon Queen, but also now confining him inside this steel cage. There's nowhere for Bronson to go. He's in a fight for his life. Yeah, you're not kidding. Bronson being manhandled here by Dragon Queen. Tossed hard into that cage wall. Oh! And now Bronson's head banging again into the side of the steel cage. There is absolutely no chill in Dragon Queen. I don't even think Bronson knows what's going on inside there. Well, he better figure it out quickly, Richard, because TWE once again pulling the fast one over the eyes of not just HKW, but of course the EFED Elite, the most ego-driven men in all of professional wrestling. You know what? This is all the EFED Elite's fault, Richard. You know what? That's absolutely ridiculous. The EFED Elite didn't pick a mystery partner to go up against Aaron Bronson tonight. The EFED Elite didn't choose to magically make this a steel cage match. And now Aaron Bronson starting to fight back, dropping a leg across the throat of Dragon Queen and heading up towards the top of the cage, looking to escape. Here she comes, Richard. Bronson has got his leg over the top. If he can just make it down the other side, he will win this. Never gonna happen, Richard. Dragon Queen is right there. No! Dragon Queen getting knocked off the side of the steel cage. Bronson might just win here. Richard, I told you he could do it. You've never said anything even close to that. Nevertheless, it doesn't really matter because Dragon Queen catching up with Bronson and pulling him back down inside the confines of the cage. Bronson's head slamming across the steel and falling back down to the mat. That was a nasty looking elbow drop there, Richard. This woman, Dragon Queen, she has absolutely zero chill. And now, look at that choke slam to Aaron Bronson. Bronson doesn't even know what's going on inside this matchup right now. Are you kidding me? I don't even know what's going on inside this matchup right now. Dragon Queen scaling the side of the cage wall, looking to escape. Bronson back up to his feet, but he may be too late. Dragon Queen now trying to make her way down the other side. But there is Bronson. This smart move by TWE. This cage match not going to allow the Elite in. And oh no! Bronson falling down far. My God. Wait, oh my God, what's Dragon Queen got planned here? Oh my God! Richard! Oh my... Richard! Whoa! I think she's dead, Richard! Dragon Queen, she's not dead, back to her feet! And now, Queen Stunner to Aaron Bronson! This is not at all what Bronson had in mind when he showed up here to Lincoln, Nebraska tonight. The door is open, and Dragon Queen wishing a fond farewell to Bronson. Here she goes. Bronson's back up. Bronson's back up. Dragon Queen only inches from winning this matchup, but there is Aaron Bronson, the trash panda of the EFED Elite, saving the day. Wow. I bet that was pretty hard for you to admit. Absolutely not, Richard. I know that Aaron Bronson has been having a pretty good day today. He told me earlier today. I figured this would put a real downer on it, however. Bronson and Dragon Queen back and forth. Dragon Queen trying to get free of the grasp of Aaron Bronson. Can she do it? Bronson not willing to let go. A vice-like grip on Dragon Queen, wrapping his arms around that top rope. But can he get her back inside, or will she fall through the door? Now Dragon Queen brought back into the ring. Dragon Queen, I really thought that she was going to just walk out the door and walk away with a victory there, Richard. I can't believe that Bronson managed to get her back inside of the cage. And now look at this. Aaron Bronson climbing the side of the cage. We all know how comfortable he feels high up. Yeah, but Bronson can't be worried about hitting some insane high-risk maneuver like he normally would. He needs to get down the other side of this cage if he is going to have a chance of winning this King of the Wasteland Tournament matchup. Dragon Queen is right there. It's like a human game of chess, Richard. You're trying not to let your opponent win at the same time. You have to set yourself up for victory, and that's exactly what Dragon Queen is doing here. Look at these two up on top of the cage. Richard, this is insane. Both Dragon Queen and Aaron Bronson putting their own lives on the line. Oh, Bronson! Bronson crashing down from the top of the cage. Dragon Queen trying to get a foothold. If she can make her way down, she's going to progress in this King of the Wasteland tournament. Richie, this can't be happening. This can't be happening, Richard. Oh, you better believe it's happening. It's happening right now. Dragon Queen making her way down the other side of the cage. Bronson can do nothing but look on, and this is over. Wow! I can't believe what I'm seeing. Have you ever seen a steel cage match like that? That was insane, Richard. That was absolutely insane, and I applaud Dragon Queen on her victory here tonight. Stepping up to the challenge. Absolutely incredible. An incredible contest. Steal my adjective. And I just can't believe that Dragon Queen is going to progress to this Sunday and the King of the Wasteland Tournament, Richard. Oh, but that's right, she is. And that is going to do it for us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you this Sunday, the King of the Wasteland Tournament. The action starts right here on YouTube at 8 p.m. 7 Central. Till then, I've been Richard G. Mayer.
And I am Donald Cash.
Good night, everybody.